Good evening, this is Kathy Opperman, and we are live from R3 Wellness Center for episode 7 of Journey with Lisa. Lisa, how's it going?
It's going.
So first we're going to talk about your week, and then we have 2 special guests. Tonight we're going to talk about reflexology for weight loss and for overall well-being, and then we also are going to be doing a live foot detox, which Lisa already, you can't see it, but we will show it to you. She already has her feet in some very warm water.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And
it's changing color.
It's changing colors. We know that it's going to change some colors, and we're going to have our staff practitioner, Megan Bolger, come on in a few moments, and she will be talking about why detoxing your body is very important, what type of things cause us to have toxins in our body, and what we can do to get rid of them and eliminate them. So first we're going to talk about your week. So I know you said it was a little challenging this week.
It was.
Lots of things going on.
Yeah.
So what was the most important thing that you feel may have affected your journey this week?
This week was very difficult for me. As I've said before, I'm in that perimenopausal stage. So for 3 days I had a perimenopausal or hormonal migraine. I felt totally bloated. I craved sugar. Not sugar, salt. The carbs, and then the chocolate. And meat. I was craving red meat. So I did give in to my carbohydrate craving, and I had a box of donuts. No, I didn't.
What did you have?
I went to Dunkin' Donuts, and I purchased a bagel, but I got a bagel that I knew I wouldn't like, so I wouldn't eat all of it. I got like the pepper jack.
Good strategy.
But I just felt like if I didn't give in, I knew it was hormonal because I've been tracking the hormonal issues.
Okay.
And I didn't feel guilty. I didn't eat it all, and then I was kind of like, ugh, afterwards. I did not, because I didn't feel good, I only got one walk-in. I did go to Starbucks. I had like a skinny latte, which really, how skinny was it? You know what I mean?
We have to get Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, and what's the other one you always mention to sponsor our show?
Yes.
Because we shop there a lot.
I did have another one of my flourless cookies, but just one.
Okay.
And then I called Rich Friday. I said, I'm dying for a burger. I'm craving a burger. And he goes, do not go to McDonald's or Burger King. I will stop and make you burgers. Okay. And he did. So I don't know if it was just menopause related that I had all these cravings, because I still do feel good. I did start the vitamin D deficiency. I did start on the D and the magnesium, so I don't know if that had anything to do. But it was tough, but I did not give in and go back to the emotional eating. But I felt if I didn't satisfy that, I was going to set myself up for trouble.
Good. Well, how about a round of applause for not giving in and not going for the big chocolate donut that you would have more likely gone to.
Yes, I would have loved to have had some junk food.
Yeah, so good for you for doing that. So I think that Megan will be talking a little bit about some detoxing and maybe some minerals and things, but the shift, I know you said you're working with your doctor and he told you to chart it so you can see whether it's monthly and that's what you're working on. And I remember you having the same thing, maybe about 3 weeks ago,
yes.
3-4 weeks ago. So the cycles, you're seeing what's happening. So there is a very good group on Facebook that I will post on our Journey with Lisa page that is about magnesium, and a lot of people are on there, and there's a physician on there, and they speak a lot about the minerals and the hormones and how we have a lot of mineral deficiencies we don't know about. So you just started on the magnesium, probably too soon to have any impact. I know that there is magnesium in chocolate, so a good quality dark chocolate. So it's possible that your body's trying to tell you what it wants when it has the, when it has those cravings. The carbohydrates, that just kind of goes back to, that's
emotional.
That,
probably.
We talk about that, and Wendy had spoken about that. You're feeling that you need to feed that with a carbohydrate, but you did a good thing by not giving into something. So
and when you don't feel good, like I've been feeling really well, and you're able to control and fight it and work the program. But when you're in that, ugh, you don't care.
Right. You don't care. You say, I'm just going to eat the
But
hot
I
fudge
cared
sundae.
because I could have gotten like a chocolate donut, or I could have, and I didn't.
And you didn't. So good for you. Really, really kudos for that.
Thank you.
And it is when things are going bad and you have a bad day or you get bad news, it's very easy to just feed that emotion. And the fact that you were aware of it is a huge step for you in your journey. So congratulations
Thank
for
you.
that. That's excellent. That's excellent. So you said you felt a little bloated and
Still do.
probably retaining some water. How'd you do with the processed foods? Are you still doing those protein bars?
As a matter of fact, I had one for dinner this evening.
Oh.
But we did do what Wendy said. We pre-packaged everything. Rich and I, we went to the produce store. Everything is chopped, cut in bags, easy grab. You have to remember to take it with you.
Oh,
I had everything out.
I forgot to tell you that.
I had everything out yesterday. I get to work and I want my fruit, and there's no fruit in my bag. It's at home on the counter. So, but it did work, and I even purchased. I'm not going to say the name of the product, but it's a well-known product, chicken, already pre-cooked.
Okay.
And that was nice. It's just there. Grab it.
How much did you do of that?
Of what, the grab and go?
Yeah.
Not too much.
Okay, because that's
Not too
hot.
much.
The prepared chicken like that is very high in sodium. Very, very high. So read that package when you're doing the grab and go. So did he do grilled chicken, cut it up for the week?
We did do that.
Okay.
He did do the grilled chicken.
Okay.
But I did do some of the processed grab and go, but he did do some of the chicken breasts. He also made the Asian steak thing for me again.
Okay.
And that, again, is sliced, so grab and go.
Okay. Again, was there a lot of soy in that? Soy sauce?
No,
because there's a lot of sodium in that
poison.
too. Okay.
It was from the Easy Light cookbooks.
Okay. Okay. Just concerned about what you're adding into the food because remember when you had a couple weeks ago you had the bloating and then you backed off the salt and the next time you came back.
I wonder. I'm going to have Richie. Richie's not here tonight.
Very important to watch
to
your
see
sodium.
what's in the because although I guess the recipes are from like Light and Easy and diet cookbooks, they use a lot of spice and concoctions, so to speak. So I'll have to check on the poison.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm like addicted to that. That's good.
Okay. Check the sodium level. Check the sodium. So let's see how you did. We're going to start off with how you did. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So your total weight loss has increased by 0.8 pounds, so almost a pound.
Okay.
So even though you didn't feel good and you felt bloated and all that was going on, you did still lose. And so now you are down for a total, and we just completed your 6th full week.
Okay.
Total of 13.2 pounds. Yeah. How about that? And when Wendy was here last week, she said 1 to 2 pounds a week.
Some average.
You just finished your full 6th week, so you are just exactly where you need to be. And you have also lost an additional 1.25 inches, and so you are down 33.25 inches.
Wow.
33. Isn't that great? So you are still heading in the right direction. And remember we said that you may not lose every week. So next week I happen to be away. It's my 15th anniversary. And so our cameraman, thank you, our cameraman and I are away. So we're going to skip next week. It is a shorter week with the holiday anyway. So we will not have an episode next week. So we're going to have 2 weeks to see what you do. That doesn't mean you cheat.
I haven't cheated yet.
I know you're.
I've been honest.
You're so good. You are being really, really good.
Yeah.
So congratulations. I mean, that for not feeling yourself and having a lot, having a headache. What is that? What is that? What is that?
I'm going to have a treat tonight.
Okay, tell me what it is.
Well, this is a chocolate cupcake with a vanilla icing. No, but it's healthy.
Okay.
Betsy is in our audience tonight and came in. She knows I love my chocolate, and she made me and all of us healthy cupcakes. And there's it's made with carrot puree, some coffee.
Carrot? Vegetable carrot?
Yes.
Carrot? Some coffee?
Some coffee, some fat-free milk. And she also, cut it down to make it a little healthier. And I have the recipe. If anybody here would like it, or we can get it up on the book.
And on the page, we're going to post it on the page.
And of course,
what else is in it, Betsy? You can talk.
It's just a devil's food cake mix and a jar of baby pureed carrots.
Puree carrots and coffee.
Whites, and then the
Egg whites.
cream cheese icing is, I got 1/3 fat, less fat cream cheese.
Low-fat cream
and
cheese.
fat-free Cool Whip and a little sugar.
Now, her making it the healthy way, before the healthy way, each cupcake is 110 calories. So it's probably less because she healthied it up.
Okay.
So I can have 2. No, just
No,
kidding.
okay.
But, you know, my mom, who has to taste test everything first, had one.
Yes.
And she said they were delicious.
Okay, so that's your snack for tonight.
This will be
That
my
will be your
evening.
snack.
That will be my healthy.
And
my
when are you
healthy
doing
treat. That's like really a treat.
It is. When are you doing your snack? I know Wendy was trying to get you to move it earlier.
And I
in the
have moved
evening.
it earlier.
Okay.
What I'm doing is after dinner, on the nights that I don't have things, like we try to eat early. And then I've been getting by with just smoothie.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that
And what's going in that smoothie?
the recipe is on our website, but I do like change it up.
Mm-hmm.
Spinach or kale, you know, depending on.
Can you tell the difference? Because I can't really tell the difference.
I can't tell the difference other than the texture of each, you know,
Okay.
when you pull it out of the bag. I do an avocado. I'm still doing my banana.
You're doing half avocado or full?
Half
Okay.
avocado. If I put the avocado in, I'm not doing the banana.
Okay.
My chia seeds.
Good.
The warrior powder that you
Okay.
got me now goes in. I use that
Okay.
either in the morning
That's a
or at night.
vegan protein powder warrior blend. And you have vanilla.
I have vanilla. I use my almond milk, which is unsweetened vanilla. They say that there's chocolate. I haven't found it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I put in, it just depends. Sometimes I do strawberry, sometimes I do blueberries, sometimes raspberries. It's kind of, everything goes in. I did put in a chunk of Teresa's chocolate that she had
The dark
given me,
chocolate,
the dark chocolate.
the high cacao or cacao powder, however you say that.
I just call it cocoa bar.
Cocoa powder, that's okay. And then coconut oil. You're still doing the coconut oil? Tablespoon
We
of
did
that?
get the coconut
Okay.
oil. I have to tell you, I really don't like coconut.
Okay.
I
Can you
used
taste
to.
it? Because I can't taste it in my smoothie.
You know what? It's just about the fact that it's coconut.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't like coconut
Mhm,
anymore. I
mhm.
used to love it.
Mhm.
So it doesn't go in all the time, Kathy.
That's
But
okay.
it does go in.
But she said, excuse me, I'm not crying, I'm ready to sneeze. She said that it helps to melt belly fat.
Well, how about, oh gosh, you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
How about I just rub it on the belly then?
You can. You can. You absolutely can. Because the skin is the largest organ in your body. So when you put something on your skin, matter of fact, they say that's the best way to get magnesium oil. Now, you know when I sneeze, I usually sneeze
10
3
times.
or 10 times in a row. So I don't know how many more are coming here. So how about walking?
This past week, because I felt bleh, I only walked once, which, trust me, I wanted to get up and walk off the couch and go. I just couldn't.
The pain was too bad.
I had the massive headache, and when you get like that, you just don't feel good.
Okay.
It was not good.
Do you do caffeine when you have a headache?
When
Does that
I
have a good effect on you or bad?
it does.
Some people.
What I used to do when my soda days was drink like a whole soda and take a bunch of Advil.
Mhm.
So now I'm doing a bunch of Advil and straight black coffee,
Okay.
like all at one time.
Okay.
Um,
Try the chocolate. Try that. She
Okay.
gave you like a high quality dark
She
chocolate.
did.
Try the chocolate
okay.
next time. I hope it doesn't happen next time. I hope that maybe you level out with your
I hope
minerals and
so,
everything.
because let me tell you, it is
It's
not.
debilitating.
You feel sick.
It is debilitating. You should have come up and let Matthew do a acupuncture treatment on you.
But trust me, I was. You mean Jason?
Jason.
I was pushing.
Matthew is yoga. Jason.
I was Reikiing myself, pushing this, pulling that. I had my stones out, and you just feel sick.
So I guess you didn't do my challenge of dancing.
No, I did listen to it though.
Okay. The shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off. So
Which we're going to dance to tomorrow night.
tomorrow night we have our end of summer party. Since our yoga instructor Matthew is away, we decided to do Shake It Off with Lisa. So anyone who'd like to come over to R3 tomorrow night will be right here, and we'll be shaking it off for an hour, and then we're going to do a guided meditation at the end to relax. So we hope that our belly dance students that come here, and also yoga, and anyone else is invited to come and have some fun tomorrow night.
I'm sorry if I'm making faces, but don't look down, Kathy.
Oh
my
my.
God.
Into the salt water. So
I hope somebody has Pepto later.
we're going to bring first up our. Oh my God!
No, don't tell anymore.
We will show you. You're only halfway into it. Oh, you're making me cry. No, that's the sneezing. So we're going to bring up our massage therapist, Elena. Elena, would you like to please join us up here? Welcome to our show. Welcome to Journey with Lisa. So Elena has been my personal massage therapist for well over 10 years, and she's absolutely amazing. She looks little, but her hands are mighty strong and wonderful. And first, let's talk about a little bit about. I'm not crying here. I love you so much, but let's just talk about massage first. Can you talk about massage with the cortisol levels? Like, what is cortisol? It's a hormone that you shouldn't have too much of.
Right, it's a chemical that's released when we're under stress. It causes a lot of belly fat.
So it stays in your body? When you say it's released, it doesn't go out of our body, it stays here?
Right, it stays in our body. Mm-hmm. It helps those fat cells to generate and to grow even bigger. So what massage does is it relaxes you. It releases endorphins. Those endorphins then knock out the cortisol. Your levels come back down, and what happens is if you're relaxed and no stress, you don't hold on to the fat.
So now you want a massage too, right?
Yes. Well, Elena, we knew each other before here. I used to go to Elena for massage.
Okay.
And but I like what you said about the cortisol, how it's here. You know, I could change my excuse from emotional eating to cortisol overload.
Cortisol overload. Okay. So get some coconut on there, get a massage going on, and we'll help get that released out of your body.
Massaging the belly is very important.
Yeah, so you can do that. You can do that on your own. Mm-hmm. You need full body. So relaxation is important in detoxing your body, because they always say drink a lot of water afterwards.
We have you drink a lot of water because we're actually releasing toxins that are stored in the muscles themselves.
So did you know you store toxins in your muscles?
I learned that when I first went for the massage, because she told me to drink a ton of water.
Yeah, afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you'll feel kind of funky afterwards. So you're here to talk about reflexology, which is another service that you offer here at R3 Wellness Center. And Lisa, I know you know how to do reflexology yourself. You are certified to do reflexology.
I am.
But Elena here today, you are the client, and she is the practitioner, and I know you love when that happens. So we are not going to work on your feet because they're kind of preoccupied in the salt
Trust me,
bath.
we can take them out.
No, we're still detoxing. That's good. It's good. It's good.
Wait till you see what this looks like.
Yep.
You will want to puke.
Let's not have them upset.
But that's good.
It's gross.
No, it's good. But Megan will be here to tell you why and what.
I don't even want to know.
You want to know, and we want to know what we can do.
Is there a pill for that?
No pills, all natural here. So we're not going to work on her feet, so they're preoccupied. There are reflexology, what are they called? Trigger points on your hands and your feet and your face.
They're on your ears, they're on your face, they're on your feet, and they're on your hands.
Are they the same ones that acupuncture and acupressure work on?
They can be different.
Okay.
There's a lot of different lines when we look at its meridians. And there's 5 on the right side, 5 lines that run on the left side.
And are these meridians energy fields? Are they what's a meridian?
A meridian is a pathway for energy to flow.
Okay.
Now what happens, we have stress, we have the environment, we have processed foods, we take in too many things, we have anger. All of these things stop our bodies from letting the energy flow naturally.
So the energy is supposed to flow up and down,
from head to toe.
Head to toe all the time in a normal pattern.
Right.
But stress and life and toxins, what do? Do they stop it from going? And
causes a blockage in different areas.
When you have that blockage, is that what causes disease?
Yes.
Okay. So what can somebody do? We know they can do acupuncture. They can come and have you do reflexology on your feet, because you really shouldn't do that yourself. Right?
Reflexology on your feet, unless you're very flexible and you know what you're doing, I don't recommend any of them until you know what you're doing, what organs it affects, and how it affects it.
So there is a spot on your hand and a spot on your foot that corresponds to different organ areas, correct?
Right.
And I know that there's some that you have to stay away from if you have certain problems going on.
That is correct.
So that's why it's important to be certified. So,
and the right side.
Why are you laughing? You're looking at your feet. Jesus, sir, stop looking.
That's all good down there.
It's all good stuff.
It smells.
Does it?
My mouth tastes like metallic. Is that normal?
Now that happens with massage and reflexology, as you know.
Well, you were working on me earlier, so maybe.
You're
I don't know.
releasing something interesting. So you want to put that pillow up and let's work on some things on the hand. Now you're working on reflexology points for,
Absolutely.
you sure?
Well, you can have
it.
it. I'm actually doing them for
For-
to assist with weight loss.
So metabolism
Again,
areas?
Right. This is
Okay.
not a miracle.
Can we get a zoom in? Let's just make sure the camera's going to zoom in on her hand a little bit. Let us know when you're ready.
Do you want to take
We're
some
good.
of this off?
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually do prefer the rings to be off.
Just this one hand, ma'am?
Yes, this one.
Okay.
Now, really what happens with reflexology, the organs that are on the right side of the body are on the right hand, the right foot.
The right side organs are on the right hand, right foot. Okay, so it's
And
not
the left
opposite.
side, right, and no, it's not opposite. And the left ones would be, so the spleen's going to be over there, which is an important one to work for weight loss.
Okay.
And over on this one, we're going to have organs like the gallbladder.
Okay, which is
Okay.
important to break down fat.
Exactly.
Okay.
So do you still have your gallbladder?
I do.
Okay. So that's going to be an important one to
Okay.
Write
emulsify.
that for me so I can
What?
reflex that myself, gallbladder.
The gallbladder?
And
Yep.
spleen.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I can't write right now.
Yes, you're a little.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're a little in.
Now this is hard to do on yourself as far as the relaxing and stretching, okay? That's where it's nice to have somebody else do that. But everything else, you can pretty much learn to do yourself. I'm just relaxing.
My feet are getting relaxed. My hands, if I fall asleep, wake me
You
up.
look
or
very
whatever.
relaxed. So how does that feel? What she's doing to you, Lisa?
It's very relaxing.
Well, that's what I'm doing. The first part that I'm doing is to start to relax and give an area for, everything has to have a place to go. You want everything open when you start to hit points so that it can flow.
You're just kind of wiggling.
Right now I'm wiggling. The reason I'm holding here at this joint, I'm actually want to wiggle back through her hand here to start to release.
Now, if someone comes in, and you can keep doing that. When someone comes in to see you, do you do both hands, both feet?
I prefer to do feet.
Okay.
I actually don't need to do hands and feet when you come in. It's over-toxifying. It's very powerful.
Okay.
Reflexology.
So just pushing on these
extremely-
points is
Pushing on
releasing
these
toxins
points.
that are blocking the pathways of your meridians. Am
Or
I getting
anything
it?
that's stagnant, right?
Got it. Can you feel if things are stagnant? Do you feel like,
You can feel crystals, usually in the feet. You can feel them in the hands also.
Feels like sand.
Feels like a sand, exactly. You can also feel pulses.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
You become in tune to it. So I can feel if there's a cold spot, a hot spot. I can feel if, like a heartbeat.
okay,
And sometimes that doesn't exist. I can feel if things are moving or not.
And what are you picking up on me, dear? Am I flowing?
Right here, do you feel that this is tender?
Yes.
Okay, I do too. This is your stomach.
your
So
stomach.
what I'm going to do is walk across it. Now this is a technique that they would use, and it's caterpillar walk. Again, you need to be trained to do it, or you can practice it. But I would
Hold her
suggest.
hand down like this. You can show the camera.
I guess
So
this
you're walking
stomach-
across her stomach right now,
Yep.
but she doesn't feel anything in her stomach, right?
No, but it's stimulating her stomach.
Yes.
It stimulates
Now,
it, but you
sometimes
don't
it may-
feel it.
Sometimes people won't feel it. I'm very sensitive to energy, so as she's walking across my stomach, I can kind of feel it coming in this way.
Okay.
And I guess the stomach would be sensitive because that's the area that's suffering the most, but in a good way.
Well,
on
yeah,
this
it's not.
journey.
It's changing.
It's changing.
It's changing. It's not suffering. It's
You know what I
changing.
mean.
I know.
It's going
I
through
just
shock. Like,
energetically.
where's my chocolate? Where's my donut?
Your spleen helps with cravings. So I would go over to the left hand and I would hook up with this. And when I say hook, that's when you go in and you take your finger and you hook up. It's usually tender when you like hook something, and then you release. Again, leave it to a trained professional until you know what you're doing.
You don't want to be walking across the
You
wrong
don't.
organ.
That's
and
right.
doing something
Mhm.
And
that's-
stimulating something that you don't need stimulated, or that
Right.
you're taking medications for, and you're now decreasing your blood pressure too much, and you fall over.
Oh, not good.
Leave it to a professional.
And so I know that we just began to offer some premium packages here at R3 Wellness. They're on our website. We have their own page. and you can choose for a 2-hour session or I think 105 minutes, and you can have reflexology, massage, acupuncture if you want, or Reiki, and our crystal healing biomat. So you can have all 4 services, and you can have them for sinus. So you would do sinus massage. We have that available. And then you can do reflexology for sinus issues. So if you're suffering with allergies, congestion, that's one whole package. There's stress relief, there's chronic pain relief, and I can't remember what the third one. You look like you're falling asleep. Look how relaxed you
She's
are.
actually working on my head
I'm
right
working
now.
on her head and her sinuses because
And-
she was saying about the migraine and the problem.
And you can
Okay.
actually feel it,
So-
like go behind your eyes and just down and out like your neck.
Now, do you feel that because you're psychic, like you're intuitive, or do some people say that they
Some
do feel
people
the...
feel it. and
People
other
really
people
feel
don't.
it. I've had people be like, oh, that's not going to do anything. And I tell them, I want you to lay here for a few minutes. I want you to get up slow. They don't believe how much it does.
Wow. And you've had the same experience where people have results from them.
Yes.
From
Very good results.
Yeah.
And it is relaxing. You know, people do fall asleep on the table, and
What about people who are very, very ticklish? I guess you would do their hands instead. But
Reflexology on the feet especially does not tickle. That's what's funny. I have a lot of people
Really?
say that it's ticklish. You're going in deeper and it's slow.
okay.
So it doesn't tickle because you're referring that to other organs. It can be very tender.
Okay.
So you have to be slow and gentle.
Okay. Cool. Do you have any questions for Elaine? Before you fall asleep, we're going to have her stop.
good.
We're going to have to get to our detox.
It's keeping me from occupied. Look at the color of my bowl now.
Yeah, I see it. We will show you. We promise that we will show you.
See.
So what else are you feeling that you can give her some ideas on? Where's the metabolism? Is there a metabolism spot on the hands?
If you do
or-
the stomach and the pancreas, it helps with things. Like I
Okay.
said, spleens for the cravings. Pituitary, that's why I was working through here. She's having a lot of endocrine issues, which
Okay.
a lot of females do.
So
I
when
wanna
you
work
go
those.
to her thumb, you're feeling something there, like you say no.
I feel
That's
like-
why. She's
like
got-
a little area where I'm hooking in, and I'm feeling, and I'm sure she's feeling it, and it's a lot better now. It's a lot easier. Now, when I had trouble getting in there. Now it just indents.
Now, was that my headache, or was
And
that?
I was doing the head
That
through
was
here and the pituitary through there, and see.
So because these
And-
pathways, then, so we understand, the meridians are going through. So you brought some charts to show us,
I did.
and we'll have
Don't
to.
stop.
I can't believe
Lisa, it's just a sample of our services, ma'am. You can book a 30
No, Rick,
minutes.
I don't know if you can see this.
You can see it? Okay, hold it up right there.
Okay, this is an example of a foot chart for reflexology.
Okay.
Now, it's going to look different than an acupuncture chart because there are so many dots that sit close together. If this were one for acupuncture, there would probably be 100 dots going down a line.
Okay.
Okay, these you have to be more precise, and they're in zones. It's actually based on zone therapy, which is where reflexology comes from. It's very ancient. They're finding that on caves, they saw people working on people's feet,
Wow.
and they associate that with reflexology.
So they think it's an ancient
Oh,
treatment.
very, yes.
Very ancient. Very interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting. I
So
never
this is
really
what it looks
understood
like in-
what it was until we got involved here at the
Yeah,
center.
so what they do is they divide it into zones 1 through 5 on each side, and then they take it horizontally and cut it in half also. And there are zones that go down this way, and that's how you find your point.
Okay.
But you must be on point.
Okay. Let's
You
be
might
on
joke,
point.
yeah,
on point.
On point.
So,
Got it.
Got it.
this would be the hand. Again, this is just some examples of what a hand might look like for the points.
So you're breaking it. It's broken down
It's
into
broken down into
levels.
different areas where
Areas.
the pelvic would be, where your breathing or diaphragm would be, and where the head would be.
Okay.
So it's broken down again into zones. Rick, are you able to see that?
Yep. We're good. We'll post these on our Facebook journey page.
Now the face I did purposely this way on color because you need to be, the face can vary depending on whose reflexes you look at, but these are the general areas that you would want to hit. And on this it's different. This is usually an outward rotation. So I would plant my finger here And it's light. This is one of the lightest things you can do. It's not heavy, but it's very effective.
What's that for right in the middle of your head?
And this is pituitary, so I work it a lot. This is nerves up here, so I work this one a lot.
Do you do that one? Do you remember to do that one when you had your migraine?
No.
So it's very light. So this I might rub for a minute, and very light, and you'd be surprised at how you're going to float away.
What does that do on your nose? What's that?
Stomach.
That's stomach?
Stomach here. It's
Walk around and do this.
All day.
But those are all points that are beneficial.
Yeah. Very interesting. Well, any other questions for Elena?
No, this is very relaxing, very good. I do want to say, you know, we've tried a lot of these different healing modalities since the beginning. And, you know, somebody said, well, which one did you like the best and what worked for you? Every single one of them, I've walked away with something positive from. You know, life coach is an ongoing thing. That's not something that's once and done. Jason, you know, the acupuncture with the needles. I've gone to him for grief treatments. He did the weight loss. We had Barb with the cravings. I have had some chronic healing before this with the reflexology. All of these things work. You just have to decide which one you want to work with.
Or try.
Because, you know, somebody may not like needles. I can tell you the needles do not hurt, and I'm the biggest baby of needles.
Even though it looked like
it looked like it hurt,
You
it
watched
really
that
did.
show.
I watched that show.
I mean, Jason probably wants to beat me.
You weren't moving.
Well,
Who's going to talk? Lisa, why aren't you talking?
because I can't. But it doesn't hurt. But all of them work, and they work effectively. You just have to, you know, some people, oh, I don't like, you know, my feet being touched. Okay, you know, let Elena touch your hands or your face, or just try something to see what sticks with you. But they all work.
Right. And we're here for energy healing. Those pathways that get blocked and stuck is what causes the dis-ease in your body, along with the toxins. So we have lots of things to do, and they have a lot to do with weight loss too, because you've got you're holding the toxins.
Not anymore. I want to weigh myself after this.
This will be interesting. This will be. So I heard your timer go off, so we're going to thank you,
That's
Elena.
okay.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much. And we will bring up Megan Bolger. Megan, come on up and welcome to Journey with Lisa.
Thank you.
So Megan is a practitioner here, and tell us what you are certified in to do, other than foot detox.
So I am a holistic health practitioner, and my focus was on nutrition.
Okay.
So
you have a lot to say about what she was eating. I'm sure you were sitting there.
Yeah.
We got another consultation here.
And the headache thing, I mean, I definitely honed in on that.
Good.
Because a lot of what you're eating, and it sounds like you're actually having some, you know, detoxing symptoms. And this is why it's...
You keep looking at that water.
So are you giving me permission to, like, eat something bad for me to get rid of the detox?
We'll talk about it. So
you're going to have a cupcake. So.
Yeah.
But they're healthy.
It's still a box
It's all about
mix.
tweaking.
Right.
You know, we can find ways to make it work. But I was always interested in nutrition and what it does to your body. And I've done several cleanses on my own. And there's so many different ways to cleanse your body. And this foot detox it's a nice supplement, but it's just one little thing that you could do to help you cleanse. I'm not sure when we're going to do the zoom in, but
okay, we'll do that. Is it pretty much done? Is it ready?
Done.
Okay, it's done. Okay,
Yeah.
So everybody wants to see, first of all, what is in...
Yo, what is that?
This is warm. It's warm water. You put warm water in this tub.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a special bioenergizer foot detox. So it's low sodium sea salts, and that cartridge in there is what reacts with the salts, causing electrolysis. So the negative ions form and they go up into your body, and they help to pull out toxins. The white little kind of filmy things you'll see is from your lymph system, your lymphatic system. So it's like a drain. And I think Elena, probably some of that, maybe the massage that you had earlier with her that I didn't know you had, that probably released some of that as well. So that's kind of coincidental. I think well, Kathy's a genius. Obviously, she knew all this in advance, how great this would tie in together. But I find it fascinating that,
that it all
it's
works.
all
Let's
I
everybody
will
wait.
never have
Everybody,
chicken broth again.
everybody wants to see it, so
It's
I'm going to
beef
ask if you could bear with us. We only have one camera, so we're going to bring the webcam over to look at what Lisa's been looking at and we've been looking at here, and Elena's been laughing at. And hold on, it's going to get a little bumpy, so if you get car sick, just hold on. Maybe close your eyes. And I'll
Trust
tell
me,
you
you'll
when
get sick when you see this.
I'll tell you when to open them. Okay. So let's look into the water.
It's a good time for me to get the.
So you see like little what is it that is in there? Like look stuff. Okay, she's gonna.
We need the Pepto.
Megan's
Sneak
going to come
over.
in front of you here because she's going to fix your feet and your water. So let's watch what you're going to do. And someone can come here to R3 and have a foot detox. How long does it usually take, Megan?
It's about 20 minutes for the detox bath itself. And I like to have a little consultation beforehand to go over what your specific needs are. So, but yeah, I don't know if you can see it pretty, you probably can't see too well, but there are, in this gunk, there are actually some clearish, whitish spots. And that is what I was talking about with the drain that's pulling some of the impurities out of Lisa's body. So, yeah,
it's like it looks like mucusy stuff.
it does, yeah. But
it really is. I mean,
I'll never have cinnamon, beef broth, chicken broth.
so this seems like. Do you all want to come up and look? You can see okay from the camera. Okay, all right. They
Lisa
see.
just wants to get her feet out of this thing.
All right. So we're gonna keep
And
filming
is the
this so
smell
someone
that
can see.
the toxic waste?
Actually, it's funny too because you mentioned the salts, the mineral taste that you have, and that's part of the lymphatic drain that probably also helped when you had the massage. It's pulling that out. So the smell it's just natural. It's not from your body.
Not from your body. It's pulling it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a cartridge in there in the center that is activating with the sea salt to do whatever it's doing and pull this out.
Right.
Okay. So what do you need her to do to get out of this now?
So I'm going to have you pick up your feet.
And how can I help?
I'm just going to slide this back and have you stick your feet into this.
It was clear.
When I started,
Yes.
it was clear, and I also had to do a before the show. Do you want me to show them the strip?
Oh yes, and let's do the
Okay.
second.
We're gonna do
This Megan can explain what this is. Why? Go ahead and do
we're
it.
we're gonna
can
come
do it.
back and get back regular on camera or to Lisa and bear with us a second.
So do it a little bit longer this time.
Okay, so before you started, the pH of your body, the content was a 4.5. It was very, very acidic. So what are you now? Did it change at all, or is it still about the same?
You went greener, right?
A little greener.
This is the first one where it was this. I don't know if this was the first one. It was like yellowish. You go by the bottom, right? And now this is the second one. So it got
Greener on the
deeper.
bottom and peacher on the top.
So
Which
that would
takes you
put
more
me.
towards alkaline.
More
which is what you
alkaline.
want.
And we want to be alkaline.
So where would I be?
You're right now. You have to kind of get in between. You're closer to like 5.7.
7.5.
Mhm.
Oh wow, that was a
Yeah,
big
that's
jump.
good. Mhm.
Okay, so 4.5 to 5.75, and that was only probably 20 minutes or so that you were in there, so that's
And
That's
it
good.
was relaxing, hands and feet at the same time.
cool. Okay, Megan, is she just going to soak in there until the end of the show?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to go back to on camera here, so bear with us.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So, yeah, so ideally, like I said before, one detox foot bath isn't going to
Be enough.
make you magically detoxed. But if you did a few sessions, I usually recommend maybe one at the beginning of a diet program, or even somewhere in between, and then do another one a couple of days later, even if it's a couple of weeks later. But just another one of those modalities that'll help you stay on track. And the main part of this whole thing is detoxing, and it's the tips that you're going to do that are going to help you along the way. I'm not sure if you incorporated any of that yet into your program.
I have not
Detoxing, no,
done
we were
any
waiting
type
for
of
you, Megan.
Okay. Well, here it is.
Detox.
Here you are. So tell us, what causes toxins in? We heard last week from, or a couple weeks ago from Teresa, GMOs are in our food.
Yes.
They can cause toxin buildup in our body. What else from the environment?
Pretty much everything.
Okay.
The pollution in our air, obviously the chemicals that are sprayed from the pesticides that are pretty much everywhere, even pretty much every food you eat that's not organic, and some of the meats we eat, obviously, they're not all farm-raised,
grass-fed.
Yes. So those are also foods that are very acidic. So you're not going to want to eat a lot of meat, because it's very acid-forming in your body.
So what should she do for protein?
I'll stick with my chicken.
It's meat.
Well, interestingly enough,
Oh, we're gonna hear about chicken.
I have top 10 sources of veggie protein. So what you are actually getting, let me ask you this: how much?
Oh, I was looking for
You do have a sheet, but don't peek
pay
yet.
attention to
Okay.
her. Let me have this. Give me this. I want you to pay attention. You can
See
watch.
how I'm treated?
You can watch the recording anytime you want.
How much protein do you think is in spinach? How much protein do you get if you have a
If I have a
serving of
handful,
spinach? How much protein do you think you get?
I have no clue. I put a handful in my smoothie, and sometimes I have it with dinner. So I
There's
like
protein in
spinach.
spinach.
Yeah, so you're
I
actually
would
getting
think more
49% of your protein from spinach.
49% of your daily protein is in
And how
spinach.
do you get that?
More than beef, which is 25.8%
And how much
protein.
spinach would I have to eat to get that?
So
I have this.
All right, 49%. Let me just repeat that. 49% of your daily recommended allowance for protein is in how much spinach is that?
This one, it's equivalent to a serving of beef. So if you're going to have
That's like
6
6 ounces
3
of
ounces
beef
of
or
beef,
Your
for-
palm
probably-
is a handful.
yeah, the palm of, that's usually about 3 or 4 ounces of beef. So at least a cup
wow.
or more of spinach. All your greens mostly. Your greens have a lot of protein. Kale, broccoli, those are your top.
Does it matter if it is cooked? Do you get the same amount if it's steamed or?
It doesn't take out too much. You shouldn't boil it till it's basically like broccoli. Steam it.
But you put it in your smoothies, so that's
I
the
put it in my
best.
smoothie,
yeah.
but sometimes, like raw in.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like with dinner, Richie will make me some
Sure,
spinach,
saute.
and yes.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. And we'll put a picture. Can we hold this up? Do you want to read
Absolutely.
some more?
Yeah, this is.
The top 10. I actually didn't know that there was protein in. Did you know there was
No,
protein
I
in
thought
spinach
fiber.
and cauliflower and mushrooms? I don't care for them. Parsley has protein. Cucumbers, green pepper, cabbage, tomatoes, beef we know, eggs, and chicken.
I ate a
But
ton.
it says that chicken's only 23% of our daily protein and spinach is 49%.
Great.
We learn something every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
It's crazy. So if you're, a lot of people think that if you're vegetarian, you're not getting enough protein, but it's certainly not the case.
Are you
if
vegetarian?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. But I do have, I have issues with meat and chicken the way it's been produced. So I really try to be careful with and it's more expensive, but I feel like it's worth it because you're
Her
starting
skin
to
is
know.
beautiful. Do you see her skin?
She is. She does
I don't know
have
if you all
beautiful
can see, but her
skin.
skin is beautiful. Like I'm looking at your skin. So you're doing something right with your diet.
I'm going to give my mom credit for that one.
Okay.
She's got
Well,
great
beautiful skin.
But water is another big thing for detoxing, and drink a lot of
Lisa,
water.
how you been
And
doing on your
we're going
water?
on commercial break right now.
Lisa, how have you been doing on your water? We forgot to ask you that.
Last week I did great. This week feeling blah. I drank, but not nearly what I'm used to drinking.
So 1 a day?
No, I had like 2 a day.
2 a day.
Today
all day.
I upped it to 3.
Do you not is it boring for you?
No, water for me is hard to get down. I do flavor it. I do lemon, lime, throw in some cherries, not the maraschino.
How about the lemon water that the oranges, the lime? You were making that nice
Yes,
pitcher of water.
yes. I still drink that. But like if I go to work, sometimes I'll swig of coffee, swig of water.
Mhm.
I'm doing whatever it takes to get it in me.
Any
It just-
recommendations? Because water is so important for the detox.
Yeah, and that's why I asked if it was boring to you, because water is so boring to me. I have such trouble drinking
I mean,
straight
even
up
though
water.
it's flavored and I like it, you still know you're drinking water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely.
You don't get the same.
How about tapping? Even though I know it's just water, I love it.
Okay, Barbara Jr.
We'll have to bring Barbara back for the
You
water.
do that at your desk, right?
Okay. Recommendations for her
Yeah,
to water.
I was going to say to flavor it lemon. I even sometimes have stuff that's not the best. It's the flavored water, which obviously has a little bit of preservatives in there, but
to help
and
with
at least
her pH balance and to get her more alkaline. We want our bodies more alkaline than acidic.
Yeah.
So
and
lemon actually makes you more alkaline, even though it is an acidic fruit.
That's right. It's on your list of wonderful cleansers. Lemon is one of your top cleansers. For the detoxing.
For the liver, detox.
And what you've had too, your avocados you like.
I love my avocado.
Yeah, garlic is great. That's also great for your immune system. So, but lemon, if you make some lemon water. Any herbs? I'm not sure if you're.
That's Richie is like Mr. Herb. He did organic shopping the other weekend.
So this is liver detox. Organic. We have cilantro, lemon water, beets, garlic, avocado, and turmeric. Turmeric is very, 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 very important. Is it a spice? I'm not sure. Is that what it is?
It
spice?
Is, yes.
It is a natural inflammatory. So if anybody has arthritis or anything that is causing inflammation in your body, including heart disease, because that's an inflammation of the inside of your arteries, turmeric is something that is highly recommended.
We actually started when Matt talked about the kapha,
Ayurveda.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And turmeric was one of the spices. We did purchase that, and that has become a staple in my house. When Rich makes dinner, you now have turmeric in all your food.
Everything tastes like turmeric.
Yeah, it's very good though. Once you
once you get used to
the
right,
taste.
Right. Mm-hmm. I never was used to it, but I put it in like some pasta dishes and rice, and it's not bad.
Mm-mm.
But when you have it and you say this is good for me, your body says, "Ooh, it's good."
Mm-hmm.
You have to do that with the water, Lisa.
This
is good for me.
Water.
Mm-hmm. No,
you can be creative and
put
put orange in your water. Put mint. I like to do that too. Like you just get some fresh mint leaves. They're so easy to grow too. I don't know if you have any interest in that, but just kind of rubbing between your fingers. In there.
I see some things on here she's not gonna like. The top 10 toxic foods.
Well, yeah, Lisa. I'm sure you only have like 2 of these, maybe. Well, caffeine, it's not the best. We know that, but I think in moderation, if you have to have your coffee, how much caffeine do you think you have every day?
I have 2 cups of coffee a day, except on the nights that I come to R3. I stop at Dunkin' Donuts and I get an extra large with cream and sugar. That's my treat.
That's your treat. Coffee is very acidic for your body, yes?
Yeah, well, I'll counterbalance it with one of the good foods.
And so is that cream that's on this list.
Yeah, that's the only time I really get that is in my whenever I'm at R3, which lately has been every day. But
okay, well, there's some other places you can stop along the way. What do you have there? Caffeine?
Yeah, toxic foods, pork products, fast food, obviously corn.
That's been cut out.
Now, corn, if it's organic, it's okay, right? Or is it still not?
It's okay, but it has an agitating effect on your digestive system.
And so much has corn base. There's a corn base in a lot of our foods.
Exactly. I mean, the cows are fed
corn. Tortilla chips.
Yeah.
Corn. I have to give up. You have to give up.
And there's so many GMO corn, you don't even know what you're getting now. So I think that's part of the problem. And your processed oils, your margarine, just if you're
not to use margarine, right? We haven't talked about margarine.
No, we've never used margarine in our house. Okay. We did switch to sesame oil.
Good. Yeah.
We were using the olive oil, but I don't know who talked about sesame, and that's all we've used now is sesame oil. I'm looking at some of those other things on there. I have not had a soft drink since July 14th.
You have been doing very good.
So
very good.
Milk. I guess milk would be. I did get that frozen yogurt.
Yogurt has milk in it.
Yep.
Okay. Why is that toxic to our body, Megan?
Because it's dairy is mucus forming, and that's also on this list too. Mucus causes buildup in your body, and that's why we need to cleanse it out because it just gets stuck in there. Dairy causes a lot of digestive issues. One thing I learned, and it could sound very biased, but is my dietitian told me this years ago that milk. We're the only mammals that are fed another mammal's milk. So
We're the only mammal that drinks another mammal's milk.
Yeah, so you should basically only be getting your milk from your mother. That's the whole purpose of why we should be.
But it's in everything. It's in ice cream. And like when you go, my granddaughter is milk intolerant. She's allergic to milk. So when you have to go non-dairy, there aren't a lot of other choices.
Right, and then the fact that it's so processed and homogenized and pasteurized, and there's a heating process that actually destroys all the nutrients from it. So that's why there are a lot of people that choose raw milk, but
Still milk.
The regulations for raw milk are very hard to even sell.
Right.
Now, is the almond milk okay?
Almond milk is great. Almond milk.
I love that stuff.
Right. There's hemp milk now. I've tried that. That's actually good.
Coconut milk is better. You can't.
You don't like coconut milk?
I
She doesn't
do.
like coconut milk. Coconut milk, that they have dark chocolate almond milk, but it tends to have a lot of sugar in it. What foods were deep? You had toxic foods, and then you had some.
Yeah, so
foods.
they're all kind of similar in that the foods that create mucus also are toxic, and also inflammation. You have to be careful with inflammation. So a lot of gluten, which I'm not sure if you.
Are you gluten intolerant? Do you know? Do you get like stomach aches after you eat pasta?
Not sometimes,
bread?
but not really. But we did try with this whole life change. We have purchased a lot of things that are gluten-free, and I have noticed a difference.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize when you switch, you will notice.
Right.
a
And when you go
difference.
back is when you notice, like if you start adding it back in, bread or something, it's like, ooh, that didn't feel right.
And they make so much now gluten-free.
They do.
And I can't tell the difference. I'll buy rice, pasta. I really don't. My son, I call him a carbivore. He'll be 3, and he loves noodles. And
They all do.
They're just. It's. I guess it's easy and
the gluten-free noodles are pretty good.
Yeah,
if
but
you
he
don't,
doesn't notice. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know. So what kind of foods are better for us as far as foods that eliminate mucus?
Well, basically, if you really think way back in time, whole foods that you can't buy in a grocery store, that is not along the perimeter of the stores. They tell you to shop on the perimeter, get your vegetables and your fruits, and go to the meat counter, and don't go in the middle where you can get certain packaged foods that I can't mention.
Everything in the middle
names
is
of.
pretty much processed.
A lot of it, yeah.
Unless it's in jars.
And think of the shelf life on it. They have to make it so that it could sit for months, and you're supposed to put that in your body. I know somebody was talking about another product that I can't mention the name of, but it's a packaged type of cupcake.
Yes.
And
we know them well.
He had it for years, and he opened it up, and it was still intact. If it's not going to go bad, you shouldn't put it in your body.
Years ago they didn't have preservatives, but now they do.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of eggs?
Eggs, I think, are a good source of protein. A lot of people can't handle eggs, but I think eggs are good. Again, there's the ethical thought of where your eggs are coming from. And I have problems with this, like, they're stuck in cages that are probably 12 chickens in a small little area, and they're on top of each other. They're doing things in the same area.
Now we may not eat eggs anymore after we hear this.
What you're saying is buy from like the mom and pop
Try to
farm.
find, if you can, and I would love to find a farmer around here that has like farm fresh eggs. But I've heard the difference is amazing. The yolks are yellow, the taste is
bright
better,
and all that.
So
farm fresh eggs we're gonna look for.
Yeah, and
when you if anyone finds some farm fresh eggs in the area of Collegeville, please post it on our page so we can all go buy some.
Yeah.
And our page is Journey with Lisa, a weight loss adventure.
Right. What else do you have on there that's good, bad, not so good?
So even oils, olive oil is good. I know the sesame oil, that's good too. If you're gonna do olive oil, extra virgin is best. here's your spices again, the turmeric and the ginger.
Ginger
awesome.
we've
Put
been
ginger
doing,
in your water too.
Ginger
I
in your
do.
water.
I still do
didn't know
in the
that.
morning, whether at work or at home. I do the hot water with the ginger
Mhm.
and the lemon. I
You were
call it
doing
Max
that.
tea.
That's
Yeah,
great.
that's excellent. It's such a great cleanser. You might even like notice that you're.
You do that every morning?
Well, I make the thing like you said in the morning,
Oh, you
and then
sip
you
on it
sip
all
on
day.
it. So
That was
I
ginger
have
and
it
lemon.
like in a
I forgot about
styrofoam
that.
cup. Mhm.
Right.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one too.
You
Good.
have ginger in there.
And nuts, how about almonds? She does snack on
I
some,
do.
some almonds.
I do a
Are they
lot
good
of
for
nuts every day.
toxins?
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're organic?
They eliminate inflammation. So if you're feeling bloated and you're hungry, it's an easy little snack that you're not going to add to the bloat. Although you have to watch the salt. Raw almonds are the best. Raw unsalted.
They don't
Okay,
taste like
so
anything.
I just got
they're
this
not-
new
they're not
peanut
tasty.
butter. I won't say the name. And it's very good, but you really have to mix it because it says it's 98% peanuts, but let me just tell you, all
Oh,
The
yeah,
water's on the
it's-
top. Yeah, you have to do the no stir. They have stir and no stir, but
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
do you refrigerate it?
I do.
So, yeah, because then at least it'll keep the thickness of it.
yeah, keeps it
Um,
longer.
And a lot of stuff you don't have to.
It has a
Get
pink
rid
label
of.
on it.
You can just try to just add more because I don't want to discourage you from, and make you think that, oh, well, I have to have a diet of, oranges and ginger and asparagus.
No, I enjoy my fruits and my vegetables. I really do. Not all of my vegetables, though, are fresh. Some of them are, steamable,
Mhm.
throw in the microwave. But I have on this journey, it's amazing how much like compared to the processed food I used to eat. Like in my head, I know that protein bar is not good, but compared to the processed food I was eating,
Mhm.
that's like
The fast
It's
food.
better.
yeah.
So let's talk about detoxing. So she's going through, like you said, she's getting headaches. She's going through this process. Let's talk about what's happening. You think in her body with the detox?
So when do you think when did you get that headache? Was it?
Well, my blood work, I am in perimenopause, so I've been charting those symptoms. So about 3 weeks ago, I didn't feel good, had the bloat. I got the headache, I guess I started with the headache Wednesday, a light one Wednesday. It kicked up Thursday. Friday was the worst.
So it was
And then,
continual.
yes, and then Saturday it got better.
So that's definitely a body process of some sort.
Absolutely, I would definitely say that.
Whether it be hormonal, whether it be detoxing.
And when I was here with you Saturday, I even said to her, I feel like I'm getting a low blood sugar.
Mhm.
But I had eaten like what I normally would have eaten had I been going to work or whatever. It was just horrible.
And it could also be dehydration, which you don't think about, especially if you have caffeine. Coffee naturally dehydrates you. So if you don't, and like you said, you had your coffee and you have water. So it's a great balance. At least you're having some water, but you really need to get that water. It could have been partially a dehydration. Because if you're not getting enough veggies too, because at least it has water and veggies and
Now I
fruits.
get my fruits and veggies like
Which veggies do you eat? I know you
um
keep saying you eat fruit and veggies, but which one?
I have my spinach or my kale, my
In your
smoothie.
right?
And then I have celery. I love celery.
That's
Carrots,
a lot of water.
broccoli, cauliflower, cucumbers.
Every day you're doing these?
Well, every day I grab something different, yes.
Something different, or how many of those do you do in a day?
Well, like today, I probably had the equivalent of like 3 cucumbers.
Okay.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah,
good. That's good
I
detox.
love cucumbers.
You know you can put them in your smoothie too.
Really?
Yeah,
With my fruits?
yeah.
Ooh, I don't think so.
You can.
So I had all those cukes today,
Mhm.
and I had celery today, and a
Okay.
little bit of hummus with them. Some days I may grab broccoli, cauliflower. I do take the lazy way out. I buy them like pre-cut
That's
instead of
okay.
buying the.
That's
But you know what? It's done. They're cut. I do like the baby carrots, but they have to be like kind of mushy.
I read. Do you know about baby carrots, Megan? I read something about that. In order, I thought. Did everybody else think this too? That when you buy the baby carrots in the bag, they really are baby carrots. But what I read is that they are real carrots that are chlorined and molded into little baby carrots. Did you all know that? I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Tell us
Does
about the
that
baby
become a
carrots.
processed food?
Well, it's chlorinated to clean
Yeah.
it off, and then they mold it so it's all like touched and. Well,
Yeah,
tell
they
me
have
about
some
that.
kind of special carrot cutter. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never seen the process, but
Yeah.
they're cut and they're dumped in this solution, which
Makes them real smooth.
it makes them smooth. It cleans them, so they're not as natural as your
Or
straight up.
healthy as your straight up.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I
yeah.
switched, and I'm buying regular old organic carrots now and peeling
Yeah.
them.
No, Rich did buy this week. We haven't tried them yet. Organic yams.
Yeah,
Can I
love
have
that.
yams?
Sure, very
those
good
are
for you.
great.
With the
Okay.
skin. Eat
Yeah.
the skin.
But organic yams.
Sure.
And then for the, so that's pretty much. Oh, and sometimes I do the spinach hot, like steamed.
Right.
And then for my fruits, I love my banana, but I'm down to one a day.
That's good.
Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. I did get some blackberries this week. Cantaloupe, watermelon.
Wow, you're doing a great variety. She's
Mhm.
very colorful.
Well, I was buying them already cut, and then this
That's okay.
week, Rich said we're going to the produce store,
Mhm.
and we did. And then we came home and did like what he said. We cut it all up, made like a big fruit salad.
Which takes a while to do, right?
It does. We did it together.
That's fun. That's a
it
fun
was.
project.
It was. And you know what? It's done. And I have to tell you, I said to Rich today, you know what? I go in and you buy it already pre-cut in those containers. When we made our own, oh my God, what
Tastes
a
better,
difference.
yeah.
The taste.
And the price too.
Well, that's
right?
what he noticed. He does all
Yeah.
the He's like, this
That's-
was way cheaper,
Yeah.
Right.
And but I noticed the taste. I was like, I will never buy
Mhm.
pre-cut again.
Right, because
Yeah.
now because they all kind of mesh together when they're
Mhm.
sitting in those things in the store.
I
This is
did
good.
buy fresh mushrooms this week. I haven't had any yet.
Mushrooms
I
good
was-
or bad? What's
Mushrooms are good.
mushrooms are
I
good.
was I like my green peppers. I love green peppers.
Green peppers
But
are
they
good.
actually have started to give me heartburn.
Yes.
And I know we talked about in one of the shows some of the foods that you like may have to go away or whatever. So kind of taking peppers out for a little bit, but I really do enjoy them.
Yeah, moderation. Sometimes if you cook them, that helps take the gas content out of it
Okay.
a little bit. I'm the same way with peppers, but if you cook them, generally it takes some of that out.
What's your opinion on beans?
Beans are great again if you get them straight up and cook them yourself. They're and in a pickle, get them in a can if you need to.
Mhm.
The BPA in the cans it's supposed to be toxic and
Unless you get non-BPA line.
And I've
cans.
seen, yeah.
they're also very salty. A lot of times they put.
So what
salt on
about
it
like
to
when you
preserve
walk in and the beans are in those bags and it says, wash and clean? Are those okay versus the can?
Yes,
They're
absolutely.
real beans, right?
Yeah, they're real.
Cooked real beans.
I know lentils are your easiest bean because you don't have to soak them like overnight. You can pretty much cook them and be done.
And
So
then when you're
they're good.
soaking them, what are you soaking them in? Are you soaking them in the chlorinated water that comes out of the faucet, or you're soaking them in filtered bottled water?
Yeah, we filtered water. We have
Yes.
a reverse osmosis water filter. Not everybody does. Even just, you're gonna boil most of the bad stuff out of the water. So if you have to use tap water, that's fine too. At least you're getting a better product than you would if you're getting it out of a can. So yeah, those are good. And
Let's talk about her feet. So you had them in, it was in that stuff that made them gunky, and now you just have them in what?
yeah, so now it's just a little soak. It's a ginger orange, just to cleanse it. Going with the cleansing theme, but you can do lavender, whatever you want.
Ginger in your feet.
And these
Yeah.
are essential oils?
This is this is a soapy
Mixture.
Solution?
yes.
Okay. And so, how often should somebody come to see you here for a foot detox?
It's kind of along the same lines of a massage. It's when you feel like you would benefit from it. Now, like Lisa with this, if she wants to do this again next week, I could meet with you and you could see the difference in.
So will it
In
get
your
less
water.
over time?
You'll see less of that.
Oh, we should have taken a
filmy
picture. Did
residue.
anybody take a picture? We'll have to do a screenshot from the video.
Yeah.
Of the
If
picture.
you could see it in the light, it was kind of hard to tell.
Yeah,
But
That's gross.
yeah.
yeah,
But you can still
Yeah.
see that film.
yeah.
So the cleaner your body is, the less of that little film will float on the top.
And what were
So-
like those chunks and things in there? Like, where does that come from?
That's not you.
That's not me?
No.
Okay.
That's what a lot of people think, but it's just that the way the cartridge reacts with the
So it
salt
just,
and water.
it kind of congeals the toxins. It was kind of interesting.
But
so-
the main part of detoxing that I really want to hone in on is, you know, I'd like to ask people this question even before their detoxes. What if you only cleaned your house once a year?
Ooh, that's
Once a year. So if you think about once a month, if you didn't take anything out of your refrigerator, if you never cleaned your kitchen or your bathrooms, never dusted. So think about that for a month. Think 3 months. Think about a full year. If you didn't clean your house, it would get pretty disgusting. So our bodies are our houses, our temples, and if we've never done any kind of house cleaning, you have things that are just built up in your bodies. And the hard part is you can't see it, you know, but you could feel it though.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take
So when you feel, if you're overly toxic, you may feel like in a funk, you may feel tired, fatigued.
Absolutely. And
chronic
people
pain.
have trouble sleeping, your arthritis. We all build up candida yeast in our bodies. We all have it in there, and that's from years of
Antibiotics.
yeah. We still have, if you ever had strep throat when you were a kid, and you had antibiotics in you from when you were a kid, that stays in your system.
Really?
Yeah. Your cells
So
have a memory.
Can you get it out?
So yeah, with the right
detoxing?
with the right type of herbs you can use for certain ailments. Say for instance, for like for a strep, maybe there'd be a particular herb that you would use to help cleanse, and I would only recommend that with guidance of, you know, somebody like myself that I would be able to help you with it. Don't try to go shop it and look for
your herbs.
Yeah, because herbs are tricky.
And you'll do those consultations with people
Absolutely.
if they're interested in a health consultation here. We have to get that on the schedule because I don't know if we have that actually to describe exactly what someone can expect. And
yeah, the fall will definitely be a good time. And actually, the fall equinox is September 23rd, and it's nice to do some kind of detoxing program around that time.
I heard about that. Why don't we get something on the schedule?
Yeah.
So a fall detox on the equinox. Kind of rhymes, right? It sounds like it's not. We have a question, Eileen.
What do you think of alkaline water, and then also processing protein bars to get protein in your body?
Oh, alkaline water.
Okay, so let me just repeat that in case they couldn't hear at home. So what we hear about these systems that alkalize your water. What do you think about that?
I think that's good. They recommend that. In fact, I think it's even on.
We actually are going to have a guest. I'm waiting to hear back to come on who sells the equipment that you can put in your house to alkalize your water.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting to get a confirmation on the date for that to come on the show and talk more about acidity and alkaline and why it's important for your body and weight loss.
So some of these stores now sell that alkaline water.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a good.
Well, and if you think about like your pH strip, you were more on the acidic side, and you want your body to be closer to the alkaline.
You can do that just with lemon too.
Mm-hmm.
More like double up the lemon in your water. That will help you to alkaline. That's alkalizing water too. But the other question was, are there protein bars that alkaline?
To get your protein, if you don't eat the meat, what do you feel about protein bars?
Okay, so if you don't eat meat, to choose your protein source well, we talked about processed protein bars not being good for you. What's your opinion?
I have a great protein bar. I don't know if I could say what it's called, but it's all raw. And it's nuts and seeds, and it's called Raw Revolution.
Raw Revolution? Okay.
Yeah. I buy a whole box of them, and they're great. They taste great. They have all different flavors. They have a chocolate one. Although it does have coconut in it.
So it's raw rather than processed.
But it's all raw. So, you feel like you're eating something good for yourself, and it's not heavily processed. And
if it's a quick meal replacement, they're okay.
Yeah, and you feel better about it if you're hungry in the car. You just have some of that, and it actually tastes good too. There's some with like peanut butter. I think they have 3 different flavors. So so I would recommend that. I mean, obviously, protein bars. I have a couple different kinds, and it's better than nothing. I used to be terrible with it. I finally got to the point where I'm like, I am starving. Why can't I just eat something? Because I would save it for the next meal. Like, I'm not going to eat now. I'll just wait until dinner, and then I would scarf. So it is better to have, even if it is a protein bar with some preservatives in it. It's better than starving yourself.
Right, got to do something, and you're pretty good with that. You've got to eat something. Any other questions from the audience here? How about in the chat room? Anything? Nothing in the chat room? Okay, did you have any final questions for Megan? We're kind of out of time.
No, I mean, this was a nice, relaxing treat.
You got your hand reflex, your
Yeah, my
meridians
hands,
balanced. You got
my
junk
feet
coming out of your
done.
feet.
Oh,
Do you feel cleansed?
I do. I feel like I could take a nap right now. It's very relaxing.
Which usually happens after detox and all. So
Mhm.
we can probably add you into our premium services then, get some add on the foot detox. So we'll do that. Anyone who's interested, we can add that on. And if we're done with our questions, I guess we'll wrap it up for today. You
And
can't
then-
wait to have your treat.
My treat, and everyone here, please have a treat. And again, there is no show next week.
Next week, which is September 2nd. So we'll be back on September 9th for Journey with Lisa, episode 8. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa. Good luck.
Thank you.